Right, we are live. What is up, everyone? I hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend. Let me pull up our chat, get going here, show you what I'm working on. A so far 25-hour render, and doesn't look like it's showing any signs of getting done anytime soon. This might be a 48-hour render for a less than, I don't know, less than 10-second clip. Okay, so here we are. You can see I've rendered 25 hours, 45 minutes. Good times. Still on frame 149. I don't know how long. It looks like there's this last bit to get, but I'm going to have to stop it, I think, and then we'll pick up at frame 149 later. You see each frame is taking 20 minutes, 14, 15, 18, 20 minutes. It's crazy. But it's looking nice. I'll show you what it looks like. I think I'm going to stop this now, and we'll pick back up at 149 later. Hello, hi. I was just showing this render was at 25 hours and 45 minutes that it took to render this thing. And so, just so you see it in like preview mode, it was at frame 149 before, so I stopped it. I'll have to pick up to get the last 50 frames later. Yeah, ridiculous. Especially when you think like it's not that crazy. I mean, there's a lot of movement, which means there's probably a lot of reflections going on. I tried to loop it as close as possible. You see it kind of glitch there for a second, but it's a pretty cool, like, smooth transition over, I feel like. Almost looks like a sound wave or something, or if you were listening like on a stereo, like your levels would be going up and down. And it's nothing complicated. It's a cloner. All this is just like my scene, my cameras, and my lights. So it's just a cloner with a formula effector on it to give it that like sine wave. I messed with the formula a little bit, and I put animations on this thing just on the rotation, just to spin this guy around to get different angles on it. And it's just the way that this light is hitting the reflections. Also, my settings and my output, I played around with too to get a decent quality. But it's amazing. Like, in order to get even like a semi-decent quality render, you're looking at, I mean, days of render time. And so it's like, it's not bad. I feel like this computer is just constantly running, even when I'm not on it. I go back and I, pick the render back up. So this thing has been constantly running at, full CPU for days now. So, I don't know. We'll see if it crushes my computer or not. If so, I'll just have to get a new computer. Mrs. Cybers in the other room smirking. Alright, so I've been doing like just digesting all about lighting, setting up scenes in C4D to get, and looking at your render settings to get decent quality renders. And so I'm just gonna try to apply what I've been learning. Oh, also reading a lot about Blender, and I don't know, Drew, would you be interested if I switched over to Blender? Blender is a free program. It's open source. You'd be able to use it pretty easily. If your C4D expired, we could jump into Blender and we could mess around in there. Take a look at that if you're interested in that. It could be cool, right? So that way, at least you could play around with the program. All right, so I don't know. Let's look into Blender. Blender.org. So they're supposed to be releasing 2.8.3 pretty soon, and what I was looking into that, and it seems like there are just a few, I don't know, just it's a little bit slower, some restrictions and stuff that are in the current edition of Blender that they're going to be fixing and just improving some of the lagginess of it, I guess, if you want to call it. But it sounds pretty, I don't know, exciting is the word, but looks like they're going to be doing a lot of fixes. Let's see what happens. And download Blender, why not? Window installer. Hey, I'm breathtaking. Blender, yours to keep forever. That's pretty nice. $6 a month if you want to support. That's cool, and they probably give you access to like beta features and stuff like that. Blender. How long do you think it's going to take? Yeah, we don't need to scan right now. Is this it? There she is. C4D, Blender, and that's Houdini, which I never played with. Okay, good enough. Let's open it up. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what to expect from this program right now. Okay, quick setup, shortcuts. Blender shortcuts. Who dat? Kags! What's up, man? Okay, spacebar will play. That's cool. Select with the left mouse button. Alright, that's pretty default, and dark theme is cool with me. I love it. Kags, we're playing with a program I just downloaded it called Blender. It's a 3D graphics program, and we are going to we're going to play around. They have sculpting files, video effects files. I think we're just going to do a general 2D animation. Sounds cool. So you can already see you can do a lot with this stuff. Kags, this is free, it's an open source 3D rendering program, which, I mean, most people use this guy. Before we were using Cinema 4D, which is, you can't get it for free, but look at that, it automatically places a shape. Well, this is interesting, you can't move it around. Oh, this is going to be fun, huh? Okay, so that moves the cursor. Huh. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, so I can move this way. What's this? Particle properties. Okay. Alright, so up here, it gives you default shape, default, or I guess I should say default object. It gives you, I guess the scene collection is the default scene collection. So every time I press that, that is new layer. So I don't want that. Now how do I delete them? Oh, that was easy. Just hit the X and it'll delete. New scene. So these are all my scenes. What's this? Scene. Alright, let's try to see if we can manipulate some objects here. Measure the object. Oh, that's fun. You could like write notes and stuff on it. Move. Cool. Is there a shortcut for move? Shortcut is Shift Space or G. What's that thing? X is red. I think it's the same color as C4D. Red, green, blue. Alright, let's see if we can add some dynamics or something. Still a hierarchy. Motion paths, that's fun. So here I can select my objects really quickly. Oh, we're using it for 3D graphics. Quarantine. Quarantine's good, man. Quarantine's quarantine. What's on Steam? Blender, you're asking, is on Steam? Okay, so this anchor point stays here. That's interesting. All right, we're going to play around. We're going to see if we can add some animations at least to this guy right now. Modeling, sculpting, texture paint, shading, animation. Okay, I don't want that. Back to layout. Modifier properties. Add modifier. This is fun. Soft body dynamics. Okay. How about this? Where else? So now I have, this is like a collision body, I would guess. Let's, particle properties. Oh, physical properties. Physics properties? Rigid body. Tell your mom I said hi too. Okay, so let's see. This wrench here does nothing, but it tells me that there's something, some sort of modifier on it. How about delete it? That's cool, it jumps right into there. It's amazing how different a program could be. Okay, cool. Oh, it just deleted the whole cube. Well, that's fun. Alright, let's just see if we could put an object in. How about that? Yeah, it's me. I wonder if it's we'll see. Alright, let's see if we can put an object in. How about that? Where would you go, do you think, to put an object in? What do you think, Drew? Well, that would be, I guess, the render result layout. Interesting. It's definitely not. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to C4D. Where would you go? Oh, this is cool. There's a record button. Oh, that's automatic keying. All right. I'm looking around. Let's try to figure out where you would drop, where would you select an object to put in? Okay. Let's see if there's a tutorial. Get started. First steps. Ooh, this is fun. Grease pencil.
Blender is a fantastic open source software that is mostly known for its 3D animation and modeling capabilities. It's a very powerful software that's been used in feature films, games, TV series, and a bunch of other amazing projects such as the ones you see here. But it can also do much more than that. Video editing, compositing, painting, sculpting, visual effects, cloth simulation, particle simulation, fluid and smoke simulations,
Ooh.
3D printing, and as of recently, 2D animation and real-time rendering.
Wow.
So, if you want to learn about any of these, you've come to the right place. This video series will serve as an encyclopedia of sorts for the fundamentals of Blender. In the next few videos, I'll be going over certain topics that should be helpful
This will
for
be
both
fun.
beginners and veteran Blender users, especially with the recent update. So, I hope you find these videos helpful, and I'll see you all soon. So how do we navigate Blender?
Good
This may
question.
seem intimidating at first, but it's actually pretty simple. Let's start with the 3D viewport. The first thing you'll be curious about is how to select things. Simply left-click any object to select it, and left-click empty space to deselect. You can also press A to select all, and Alt-A to deselect all. Some users may be interested in right-click select, which is arguably better for your health, so we made a separate video about that if you are curious. The next thing you'll want to learn is the basics of navigation, how to rotate, how to pan, and how to zoom your perspective of the viewport. To do that, all you need are these buttons right here. So let's say we want to rotate around our cube. Luckily, we have a very handy gizmo in the top right of our viewport that looks like this. Notice how it responds to our cursor floating above each axis. Go ahead and hover over the blue z-axis indicator and left-click. You'll notice that it brings you directly into what's called top orthographic view.
That's fun.
This can be done for any axis to snap to its corresponding perspective. However, if you instead click and drag the same gizmo, you'll find a much more flexible way of rotating your view of the world. It's important for some to know that you can also middle-click drag to achieve the same effect, but from any cursor position. Now, you'll notice that our view seems to pivot around a particular point in the viewport, that being the center or origin of our grid. This also happens to be where our cube is at the moment. However, what if we didn't want to look at the cube? What if we wanted to look over here or something? Well, now all you have to do is click this hand icon and drag to where you want to have centered. From there, you'll notice your pivot has changed when you rotate your perspective. For hotkey users, simply hold Shift and middle mouse drag to achieve the same effect, but from any cursor position. But let's say I want to focus back on my cube again. How do we do that? Well, for that, I want to quickly show you the Frame Selected tool, which can be found under View. This will reframe your perspective to focus on the object or objects you have selected. This can also be achieved by using the period key on a number pad. Now that we're this close to our cube, you may be asking, how do we zoom in and out? But it's pretty self-explanatory. We have a magnifying glass here. Click and drag it to zoom in and out, or you can use the scroll wheel or plus and minus keys on the numpad to accomplish the same task. And that's basically it for the basics of navigation. But you may have noticed that we haven't used the other two buttons in this area, the camera icon and the grid icon. The camera icon will bring you into the eyes of your camera. This is very helpful for setting up camera.
Alright, we're going to jump back into this another time, I think. Alright, Kay, see you later, man. I'm going to watch some of these videos, just learn basic navigation stuff, and we'll jump back to this a little bit later, so maybe tomorrow. But if you want to download it and play around, it's a free 3D graphics software, and you can play around with it. Alright, I'll be back here at noon, so I'll see you in a little while. Sorry for a pretty boring live stream today, but I thought we'd try something new. At least we downloaded Blender, so you know you can go to blender.org and download a free 3D graphics rendering program and jump down the rabbit hole, see what's some of the things that people are creating with it. You saw in that little video some of the cool cartoons, video games, things on Netflix. Shows that you watch on Netflix are built, made with Blender. So you can do a bunch of cool stuff with it, and maybe we'll, dive into it. Okay, I will see you in a little while.